What's up, guys? Welcome back to another prep vlog. It has been a hot minute and we are currently 44 days out from the competition. Now, I did not mean to leave y'all hanging, but unfortunately YouTube is the last of my priorities, so when things get busy, it's got to go to the end of the list. But I'm back. I'm here to fill you in on how things have been going. So for this episode, I want to keep it simple. We are going into vacation tomorrow. My husband and I, we haven't traveled together since January 2020, so we are so overdue. It's not even funny. So I'm feeling a lot more refreshed knowing that it's finally here, because it's been a lot getting everything ready to go while you're on prep, because I'm sticking to the plan 100% while I'm gone. I've picked out some really cool gyms, so I'm going to get to show you guys those. And I just think it's going to be a really great trip with lots of movement and just some good quality time with my husband. So I'm so excited. So you guys will get to come along for that on my next vlog. But for this one, I want to keep it simple, like I said, and we are going to be doing a Q&A at the end. But first, I'm going over my Shein and Fashion Nova haul. Now, I'm not a big shopper. I actually hate shopping. I'm the kind of girl that goes into a mall and picks out a few things in a store and then sets everything down. I'm just overwhelmed. I don't want to do it. So online shopping does work better for me. And as long as they have a sizing chart that actually correlates with their clothing size, then you're good, right? As long as you measure right, it actually works, you're set. So I was a little bit nervous because these, Sunny, okay, we're trying to YouTube here, okay? Let's not do that. Come here. There we go. Okay, so the thing is that I haven't ordered from either of them, so I was not sure what to expect. You know, you look at both of the websites, and because it is cheaper items, you're looking at the pictures and you're like, okay, is this item gonna look like this? Are these pictures real? You look at Fashion Nova and you're like, okay, every girl here has BBL and implants. Is this gonna fit me? It really is questionable. And I know that on my Instagram, I polled if you guys wanted to see it, and you guys said, heck yeah, you do, and you want to see all the items. So I did my best, because I purchased 30 some items, because I literally have no summer clothes. We're about to go on this holiday and I need to have something to wear. So I think that majority of it turned out pretty good. When it comes to Shein, I would rate it 6 out of 10 overall, and you guys will find out why soon. Fashion Nova, I would actually give an 8.5. Maybe even a 9. I was quite impressed with Fashion Nova. So you guys will see the pieces. I want to show that video first, and then we're going to go into the Q&A. But there's something really important that I want to go over first before we go into that. And what I want to talk about is body image, because, you know, whether you're a competitor or not, body image can be super hard. And if I can be completely honest with you guys, you know, the last couple of weeks have been harder for me, because I have been giving 110% to this prep. I've grown in so many ways, how hard I work out, how hard I challenge myself with that, how much I've grown with my nutrition, how much I've grown in my mindset and how I handle things. Everything is so different than the first prep, and I'm so proud of myself for it. And what I need to understand is that I've already surpassed that person. I've put so much more muscle on my body. You know, my posing is phenomenal when you compare it to where we first started. It's something that I really enjoy to do now, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And so I need to be comparing myself to those types of factors, because I think that at this point in your prep, it's really easy to get in your head to feel like you're not enough, right? To feel like you're not small enough, to feel like there's people out there that look more shredded than you, and maybe they're further behind on their prep, or maybe they're not even on prep, maybe they're not even a competitor. You know, Instagram throws you so many things, and you know, you got to understand the reality of what you're looking at. And you know, Goob U2, if you haven't checked out his account yet, does a great job breaking down different accounts that are a lot larger, that typically sell to consumers some sort of program that is based off of their body, right? And so what he's calling them out for is photoshopping. And so many of us don't realize how many people are photoshopping their bodies in photos. And so now I'm really freaking, ever since I've been watching him, I've been way more intense of trying to pick apart photos where I'm like, is that right? Is that a cinched waist, or what is going on here, right? So I think it's really easy for us to get caught up in our heads and be upset about our own ratios and things like that. And I think that as a competitor, that's like one of the biggest challenges, is that you need to see your body in the now for what it is and appreciate it and love it and be happy with your progress. Because even if you're ahead of the game, even if you're behind the game, when you're in competition prep, it's important for you to not get worked up in your head, or else you're going to get to a point where potentially once that finish line comes, that you're not where you thought that you were going to be at all. So I think it's really important to appreciate every step, to not get too lost in the future of feeling like, hey, I'm not there yet. And just making sure that you're really assessing where your mindset is. How are you feeling? You know, I think it just is, in today's day and age, so easy to compare to other people. And that's what I always want to be real about with my journey, is that this is where I'm at. I'm a natural athlete. I'm putting my all into it. This is how quickly it goes, you know? And I think that sometimes it's difficult because Instagram provides so much of a highlight reel, right? And I know that we talk about that a lot, but so much more in the sense of just, you don't know if that picture is from now. You don't know if that picture is photoshopped. You don't know if that athlete's using something to help them overall with their game. And, you know, that's the game of bodybuilding. So, you know, I think that as a natural athlete, there's a lot that you have to take on for extra reassurance, almost, that you are doing a great job. Your timeline is exactly where it's supposed to be. And I also want to bring up things like, if you're somebody who knows somebody who's in a competition, you know, I think a trigger question for a lot of competitors is do you feel like you're on track? Because the reality is that, you know, yes, there's a basis for being on track, but I think that it's easy for a competitor to get in their head and be like, yeah, like I feel like I'm on track, but am I on track, right? Like time goes by so quickly. It's so easy to just feel like it's so easy to have one question knock you and feel like, maybe I'm not far enough. Am I far enough? Which is why I think it's so important to have a coach, so that if you ever run into these mindset problems, that you can talk to your coach about it, and your coach should be there 110% to be able to guide you through this, so that you are not feeling this for a long time. You understand why you're feeling this, and you understand why you should not be feeling this. So that's my little blurb there, is that, you know, having a coach, whether you're a competitor or just looking to look after your lifestyle health, I think is so important, because they should be the ones guiding you on your mindset. And like I said, in today's day and age, it's way too easy to compare ourselves, myself included. So I just want you guys to know that like, even as a coach, even, you know, as somebody who's been in the game for a while now, it's still easy to feel like I'm comparing myself to other people, or to feel like I'm not far enough, or, you know, to feel like I'm not lean enough right now. And, you know, that's why I'm so grateful that I do have my coach. And, you know, even as myself being a coach, I know these things, right? But it still doesn't mean that you don't become victim to potentially feeling them. So it's just about making sure that you take time to assess your emotions so that you can handle what's going on. And if your mind is going in a wrong direction, then you can fix it up. So now it's time to show you guys this fashion haul. So let's go do that. This is the first of our Shein fail, where the blues do not match for top to bottom when they were supposed to. There's a lot of fabric in the front. Now look at this pink bikini. Again, top and bottom were supposed to match, and the bikini bottoms are not my fave. Now going back to the blue top again, different bottoms, and again, the front has way too much fabric. Now we're looking at a pink bikini. I love the top, but again, the bottoms are having the exact same problem. And honestly, guys, I'm not loving the cut on the back of this. It is just a major freaking wedgie. Now these shorts, I had to chuckle. I thought that they said 90s girl, but they say baby girl 90s, so they will definitely be chill shorts. Otherwise, comfy and love the top. Now here's the same top in purple, but the shorts are a little bit too much booty for me. So hopefully when I lose a little bit more, they'll fit more comfortably. Otherwise, this dress is totally see-through, so it's gonna be a cover-up with these dramatic shades. And then we got these comfortable sweats that you can roll down if your booty will let you, and then a white sports bra to go with it. Overall, just a cute leisure outfit. Now it's the Fashion Nova haul, and the bathing suits actually worked. So we got a purple one and an orange one, very comfortable. They were allowing me to order in 2 different sizes for top and bottom, which was great. All of their products come with tags, and they have like the easy hangs, which is amazing. So this is just a cute dress. Now this is my favorite Fashion Nova product of all. I absolutely love this hoodie, love this color. So the nice part is that it's really big. Eventually I may even be able to wear it as a little hoodie dress as we're getting closer to the show. But honestly guys, I don't have enough colored hoodies, so I am so happy with this purchase here. Into a cute outfit, we are looking at some high-waisted black shorts. They do have a little bow on the front, and then I got a few different tank tops in different colors, but here's the mustard yellow. Now this dress is my most expensive one, and honestly, I'm so impressed with it. It even has a liner. The fabric is phenomenal. It's got these cute little cuts on the side that just give a little peekaboo. The only thing that I would say about the dress is that honestly, it feels like there should be pockets. There are not any pockets, but that's okay because the dress is still super cute, so I'm really happy with this find. Now, who doesn't need a blue dress? Am I right? Authentically Fit team colors. So I'm so happy with this little pullover. You can honestly wear it to the beach. You can dress it up a little bit too. And then we are looking at a bodysuit. So I love the fit of this. So comfortable. Honestly, guys, 10 out of 10. And then you pair it with a denim skirt and look at the outfit change and transform. A little bit of a longer skirt, but that works well with my booty size right now, so I'm really happy with this outfit. And then we have a comfortable little ribbed dress that, again, you can dress up or just wear to the beach. So the fun part is that it's just another colored dress for me when usually I don't wear colors, so I'm glad that I got out of my typical comfort zone when it came to this. Now that's my try on haul. Honestly guys, that fashion haul was so much fucking work. I hope that you appreciate it. I have a totally different appreciation for models now because that shit is hard work. I was like, I'm so over this. I don't even know what pose to do anymore, but there it is. So overall, I feel like I did a fairly good job, you know, with my body changing shape and size over this next little bit. You know, some things like the jean shorts will fit a little bit better, but otherwise I think that everything was really reasonable. I absolutely loved the quality of Fashion Nova. Shein was okay on some things, but I think that I can highly recommend either or to you. So make sure that if you are buying anything from there, do your measurements first because the measurements did work out for me. So that's all I want to say on that. No more fashion advice from your non-fashionista over here, okay? But the next thing that I wanted to go over was the Q&A. So there's some important questions that people have asked that I wanted to cover for you guys. So I thought that this would be perfect to finish off the video and yeah, and then go into holidays. So one of the first questions is how are you feeling? I'm feeling great, guys. Honestly, things got so busy because my parents don't live here anymore. They came down for the summer. My dad has been waiting for hip surgery for like over a year, and then all of a sudden they could just get him in within like the next 10 days. So I've been helping them with a few different things and trying to spend time with them not living here now. My husband and I both own our own businesses. They're very busy. We're super grateful. So that needs to be top priority. And we need to understand like prep takes so much fucking work, guys. Like it's so many extra hours in your day. Like if I had to estimate how much extra time prep takes, I would guesstimate about 5 extra hours a day. If you're gonna put the meals in there, posing, steps, and getting your workout in. So that's a lot of extra time, especially when you feel like you already lead a busy lifestyle. And then the other part is like, holla, I'm a Canadian. It's summer. We only get summer like 2 months a year. I despise the winter. So like I need to also enjoy my time as well. and slow down. So that's why I'm so excited for this vacation, is because I genuinely feel like I need a reset. Ever since 2020, 2020, life-changing year for all of us, but you look at how the year went, and like I just came off of a year of like getting married a bunch of times to the same man, but we had multiple events, and then, buying a house, quitting my job, starting my own business. 2020 was my first year really in business. And so then COVID happened. And then I decided that I want to compete. So then I did all that. And then off of my competition, I got COVID. And then that set me backwards. Then I went through the worst year ever. Like 2021 was like the year you couldn't catch a break, and just gonna forget about that year. So like in 28 years, if 2021 was my worst year, so then you come full force into 2022, and I'm back to getting into prep again and everything. And it just seems like it's been back to back to back. And, I haven't taken any time off for myself for work. Eventually I will take a real holiday in the future from my job, but my team's coming with me this time. And with the way that I've set up my business, it's not a stressor with me to be able to take them with me, because I've made sure that all the extra work that I need to do is done before I need to go. And it's pretty much communication and check-ins while I'm gone. So I'm feeling so grateful that I get to have this reset, even if I have to prep on vacation, because I know a lot of people are like, you're fucking nuts for trying to prep on vacation. But at the same point too, like sometimes I thrive in crazy situations, and I do feel like I thrive really well when it comes to traveling and staying on point. So I'm really excited for this opportunity. I'm really hoping it's going to be hot as fuck. So we'll see how it goes with that. The next question that I had was, how long are you doing cardio for now? Okay, so I am doing cardio. They're about 55-minute sessions, because I don't do my warm-up before my workout. Like I do my actual like strength training warm-up, but I don't do a cardio warm-up. I put it with my actual steady state after. So we're looking at, I think it's like three 55-minute sessions and one 35-minute session. So not bad overall. Steps are just an extra bonus that I like to get in to push myself. They were really beneficial to me back in 2020. So although my coach isn't necessarily programming steps for me, I am trying to get anywhere in between 10 and 12,000 right now. So it's been really nice to just add as extra icing on the cake, and it's going to be really easy for movement coming up to this vacation, because we're going to be doing lots of hiking and biking and walking, and then I got all the gyms planned and stuff, swimming, so it should be a really good time. And then so that covers cardio. The next question is how many meals are you eating? So I am currently eating 5 meals a day right now. They're all pretty much evenly split. The food's getting pretty bland and basic now, but it is what it is. It's that time of prep. And so, for the most part, I'm pretty much eating like eggs, oats, brown rice, fish, chicken, nuts, and like almonds for the most part. And then just veg. So it's definitely nothing too exciting, but I feel like I've done a good job with being able to keep it seasoned well. Mrs. Dash is a lifesaver, like the lemon pepper on the cod, phenomenal. Using a real stevia on like salad with vinegar, phenomenal. Also, you could use mustard with the stevia, delicious. So like all like 0 cals. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Food's pretty basic. Like I'm still taking my creatine right now. I'm still taking pre-workout for the momentum. Eventually I will be phasing out of that, but I needed it going into this vacation. I tried to cut it for a couple of days and I was like, yeah, fuck this. So we're gonna keep that in. If I can find enough energy from coffee, I'll stick to it, and I will get to that point. But your girl loves her caffeine. I find like that's a big thing with anybody coming from addiction prior, is that coffee ends up being your best friend, and you end up being addicted to coffee a little bit, but that's okay. So what else was I gonna say with nutrition? And then just lots of water. So I'm pretty much drinking over 3 liters right now a day. More if you want to include like what's included in my coffee and things like that. But yeah, so that covers that one. The next question is what keeps you motivated on the hard days? Ooh, that's a good one. So for me personally, I think I know what it feels like to not show up for yourself. I know what it feels like to be disappointed in yourself. And I know what it also feels like to be fucking proud of yourself and to feel like you earned something. And I think that on those hard days, it's really about reflecting about what is going to be worth it to you of waking up the next day and thinking back on yesterday, how are you going to feel? And I think that that's a big one that navigates a lot of my moves and actions is really, I don't like feeling disappointed in myself. I think that if you don't show up for yourself consistently, you end up breaking this trust in yourself, and it allows you to not necessarily just show up for yourself, but now you're like sliding in ways to make up lies and like not show up for other people too. And I just think it ends up being a really dangerous quality or character trait if you let it go without realizing what you're doing. And so that's why I think showing up for yourself is so important as a human. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be in health and fitness, but like showing up for your projects that you've promised yourself. Like, you know, if you told yourself that you were going to put away the laundry, just knowing that that's done and, you know, you can move on with your day and not feeling like you're constantly carrying over that to-do list. Because don't get me wrong, some of us have way too long of a fucking to-do list and we just expect way too much out of a day, and then that's where we feel like we're getting nothing done because we constantly keep carrying over that to-do list, even though we're getting lots done, but it's just that we're programming too much into our day. But then there's others where it's like they're not taking anything off of that list, and then they're just constantly taking it over. And that's where I say you got to show up for yourself. You got to build that trust in yourself. You need to be your most reliable person because nobody else is going to be there to push you. So that's what keeps me motivated on those hard days. I'm going to pick 2 more questions for us to go over. This is already getting long. Damn, Sarah, all blabby. Okay. The next one is what do you think the hardest thing about this prep has been? And that's a good question. You know, I think for myself on this prep, it's been a lot of fear, I guess, going into the show that the show's not going to be big enough. I want to make sure that there's enough people on stage that it's not just like 1 or 2 or 3. You know, it would be nice to have a few people in your class to feel like you're actually competing. There's so much money that goes into competing. It's literally like the most expensive sport out there when it comes to it not being applicable, it's just an elective sport, I guess is the best way to put it. It's an elective sport, it's non-necessary, and it's super fucking expensive. So when you look at how much you're putting into it for time, effort, money, like all of it, right? It's a lot. And so you want to make sure that, yes, this competition is you against you, but you're also need to make sure that the judges can compare you against someone else, right? So that's just my fear leading into the show. So I hope it ends up being a great turnout so that the show promoters get a great turnout, that we get a great experience as competitors. The other thing is like my last show, I got COVID and it completely flipped things. Granted, it was 2020 still at the time. Nobody wanted to admit that they had COVID. It was just like a totally different experience than everybody and their dog having COVID now, right? So that really fucked up my reverse, and I was so determined that I was gonna rock that reverse so hard. COVID made me hungrier than a bear. Like, I don't know what happened with that, but definitely with what was going on with my body. Food was my best friend, and then it just kind of grew from there with all the stress that I was going through. And you know, I tried my best, but at the same time too, I am really disappointed in the weight that I did gain in my off season. And I don't know if I've really openly said that to you guys, but it is something that I feel embarrassed about and I feel like I personally fucked up on. And, you know, you can't go back. You can only learn, right? And it was after, like, I hit 2 shows my first time. So, like, now this is technically almost like my second experience, even though it's my third show. And, you know, I feel like this is a lesson that you only learn once. So the hardest is just waiting for that reverse. Like, I'm so excited to go into the show and everything, but I'm more excited for the reverse. I just want to be able to show you guys all the knowledge that I've obtained, and just to really show you what I can do with my physique, and to show you guys that you can be a natural competitor too, and that, you know, that you should be proud of what your body can do and how capable it is, and that, you know, how much you expect out of it and what it gives back to you, I think is really incredible. So we're gonna go over one last question here, but that's definitely the hardest part of prep, I feel like. Okay, so this is a good one. So what is your cheat meal going to be after the show? So the thing is I don't use cheat meal around here. It is a freedom meal. So words are powerful. I've talked about this in past YouTubes for sure. Definitely on Team Authentically Fit, Instagram. But freedom meal is how I like to look at it, because you have the freedom to go make a choice on a meal that's programmed into your program, right? Cheating gives a really negative connotation, in my opinion, and people are already so worked up about food and anxious, and it's so sad what society has done to make people feel so much anxiety towards food. And we continue to build it with using words like that, in my opinion. So not trying to hate on that, on your question whatsoever, just on that term, it's not something that you're ever going to hear me use. So 188 number, damn scammers. Okay, we're back. But what I'm going to be eating is, honestly, I don't want to go for anything gross and really heavy. Like I said, I want to rock this reverse. I want this to be super amazing. So I would like to go for like a nice dinner, if anything, like steak or something like that. But honestly, because we're doing they're doing the natural and the open show in one day again. And I might as well tell you guys now that I'm going to be competing in both again. So that's the nice part about being a natural athlete, is that if they do have the shows on the same day, you are able to cross over. And like, it's not like I'm expecting anything out of it. Even if I qualified, I wouldn't be going to the Open Pro qualifier. I just want to qualify for the Natty. That's the route I want to progress until my pro card. But I'm still going to compete in the Open, the second show, because I want more stage experience. You're putting so much money into it. It's like you're already in your suit, you're already dolled up, so I'm going to get it all done. But with that being said, depending on the number of athletes, it can be a very, very, very long day. So last time, everything was closed by the time that we were done. So yeah, so I'm not going crazy on anything. You're gonna see me stick to the plan. I'm not a food crazy kind of girl anymore. I've taken that stigma out of food for myself, and to be honest, like, I've even talked to my coach about like anxiety that I've been having about watching other people post all this food. It's like they're competitors, and yeah, it just, to me, it gives me a lot of anxiety, because it's just really sad seeing what some people do to them, their mentality, the way that they build this like psyche up around food. It just becomes a really toxic place, in my opinion, and I never want to be that person. And I'm really grateful to have gone through all the really hard things that I did right from a child with nutrition, and making poor choices and hurting my body, so that now as a young adult, I can take care of it the way I know it deserves. So hope that this gives you guys a little bit of inspo to keep looking after your body the way that it deserves. But now this is going to conclude another prep vlog. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that Q&A, that fashion haul. Next time is going to be the vacation. We're finally there, my people. So thank you so much for tuning in to another vlog, and I'll catch you very soon.